I lay hands on the sick and everybody's recovering immediately. It's not a matter of whether or not they will, just how many times over. You hear it over and over from me. Companies double in 1 month their value. I get between the legs of a sexy woman and it's done. It's easy. Pregnant, I love it. Multiplying, But what's going on with my children? Yeah, it's cold in Cleveland. It's the environment. I prayed and prayed and prayed about it. I feel God to say, you know what? You gotta find fun with it. Be happy in it. What? Children have got to have rights with their mommy and daddy. Why wouldn't this just manifest, boom, like that, like everything else? We see the things that you see. The companies it's public record. You right now, I pray for I see a lot of that for people. They have back pain and neck issues, shoulder, hips. It's healed immediate. The headache's gone, but that's the thing for that. What about your children, which you've put so much prayer and happiness into them before they were even conceived? Think about them all the time. I'm thankful for everything and people around this birthing of my babies, and I'm saying this. I'm thinking about this now because I just met with. I'm seeing like a. Not like a psychologist, I did the whole evaluation. Like, what is serious? This is very serious. Like the psychiatrist. Like, come on, evaluate me. Find some. I get accused of these very serious crimes, and I'm thankful for it. Very, very serious pedophile, rape. This is the father of my children being accused of these things. Drugs, deadbeat dad not being there, that's a typical American thing. Take it as joy, God says. What? These are very severe, serious accusations. Of course, yeah. Nobody's able to really actually follow through with that kind of stuff. Like I was accused of disorderly conduct in 2008, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. And there's 3 different people accused me of yelling at people. So they're weird things, blocking people, the whole protesting kind of thing. You see people like literally, you see videos of that kind of stuff. But they lied. They didn't even show up to 2008 case. City of Cleveland. They couldn't even show up to trial. Chrysler 300C. I like the rims. Everything is working together for good, I thought, just the discussion with these psychologists. Basically, you're at a point right now. You're salvaging what you're going to have as severe behavioral disorders for a child. Not being around the child. Both, the parents need to be around the child. You're just salvaging a child's psychological development at this point, So where do you go from here? As the father having custody and hugging and kissing your children. But my prayer is that my children can remember me, and they do remember me, the times we've been together, and of course, in the womb when, before the baby would be away from me, remember all of our fun times we got. I've accepted that, and that's the thing. I truly, where my heart is, I'm so broken, but the way I've been still living, I mean, really, it's just like, just extreme hurt and heartbreak, heartthrob. That's the. Is this where I'm going right here? I think it is. Maybe not. No, I don't think it is. I'm going to Aldi, if you're wondering. So, it's a supernatural. A child, as a child raised without their father, you know what it's like to be loved. That daddy is with you, and mommy does love you despite, the situation with regard to whatever may have happened, not being accepted by the mother for whatever reason, not being with the father, and raising the child and being with the child from conception even, continuing on during the pregnancies and stuff. This is serious stuff here. Not everybody realizes, accepts how serious this stuff is in America, but the father does. The mother, of course, I'm sure, really has some severe hurt as well. And I feel it. If I'm feeling, I wonder how my children are. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. But I look around and I'm like, wow, I know how. I know a lot of fathers because and mothers, but I'm focusing on the father part of it because that's where I am. It's a joke in America. Africa's got some great men of God. I look up to many of them. Singapore, yeah. But it's the laws. It's a culture that's supporting a child's right. So the culture, and I gotta accept that, more and more. Children are just, of course you got legalized, birth control pills, and and of course you go all the way to the partial birth. The child's born, they can get rid of the child in certain states of this country. So hallelujah, everything is. I remember when I was, paralyzed. I just knew in my situation that time I'd already been through it. Now situation with me and my children, I gotta believe that I know everything is working together for good. But yeah, 2015 I was down. I knew everything was. I just knew. I knew everything was working together for good. I'm accepting more and more that this is going really good. And of course, when I was paralyzed, people were looking at me like. The nurses and the doctors were like, this guy's. He says, "Oh, he's already been through this once before." Yeah, in the 1990s. So, what, he doesn't think this is serious, like the whole MS thing flaring up. But I see this as serious. I saw it as serious, but I knew I could get. Now this is just beyond serious. You watch, God's doing something, and I'm accepting it. And the more I accept this, more I'm, living. So I'm thankful for people around me too that are kind of doing the best they can.